Water. Fire. Earth. Air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. When the world needed him most, he vanished. A 100 years passed and my brother Sokka and I discovered the new Avatar, an Airbender named Aang. Oof! Although his airbending skills were great, he had a lot to learn before he was ready to save anyone. But from the day I first met him, I believed Aang would save the world. And you know what? I was right. With the help of his friends, Aang defeated Fire Lord Ozai and ended the 100-Year War. Zuko, Ozai's son and our ally, became the new Fire Lord. Together with Earth King Kue, Aang and Zuko promised to restore the four nations to harmony. I never realized the Fire Nation had built so many colonies in the Earth Kingdom.
Yes, for the Earth people, they're a constant reminder of the war, like an old scar. Oh, Fire Lord Zuko, I meant nothing personal.
No, Earth King Kui. You're right. After all the pain my father has caused, it's my duty to bring healing to the world. I'll remove those colonies. I'll do whatever it takes.
But removing the colonies won't be easy. A lot of people's lives are gonna be disrupted. We need someone to oversee everything, to make sure it all goes peacefully. Someone like me.
Really? You'd want to do that?
Yeah, I'm the Avatar. Making stuff go peacefully is kind of my thing.
Wonderful. The Avatar's personal involvement will give the entire process an air of hope.
Sokka and I can help.
Oh, I was gonna visit Kyoshi Island!
It'll be a movement towards harmony. We'll call it
The Harmony Restoration Movement!
Yes, the Harmony Restoration Movement. I like it.
What's with you and your goofy names for everything?
It's a gift.
Earth King Kue planned a celebration where he would announce the Harmony Restoration Movement. Before the festivities began, we decided to visit the Jasmine Dragon, a tea shop owned by Zuko's uncle Iroh.
Well, I think you all look perfect.
There, Aang and I, we figured out what we meant to each other. Or we were about to anyway, before my stupid brother interrupted.
Hey guys,
Nothing. We're not doing anything out here. Haven't you heard of knocking, Sokka?
First of all, you're supposed to knock before you go inside, not before you go outside. And second, as my sister, you really shouldn't be kissing anyone in front of me. It's your sisterly duty to avoid giving me the oogies.
Oogies? Ugh! You are so immature sometimes. What about you and Suki? Sokka? Sokka?
Time out! Yang!
What do you come out here to tell us?
Oh, right! We're about to head out!
But the Earth King celebration doesn't start for a couple more hours.
I know! We wanted to take Op out for a ride first.
Let's go again!
Wait, guys, the fireworks are starting.
Wow, the view is amazing. It is! Thanks, buddy. Sounds like the Earth King just announced the Harmony Restoration Movement.
Hey, wanna know what fireworks are like for me? Close your eyes.
Oh, Toph, don't be such a grump.
Ouch!
You're out with friends on a beautiful night, celebrating the fact that we saved the world.
True.
You too, your new Majesty Fire Lord Zuko, sir. Turn the frown upside down. It's happy time. Zuko?
I visited my father in prison the other day. I've been meaning to ask you for a favor, Aang.
Sure. Anything.
If you ever see me turning into my father, I want you to end me.
What?
Even now, after everything that's happened, my family's legacy is still a part of me. That's why it's my duty to heal the scars that the Fire Nation has left on the world. But the Fire Lord's throne comes with a lot of pressures, and if I'm honest with myself, I need a safety net. The world needs a safety net. That's what I need you to be, Aang. The safety net.
Zuko, you're not your dad, and you're my friend. How can you expect me?
As your friend, I'm asking you, if you ever see me go bad, end me. Promise me, Aang.
Fine. I promise. The Royal Palace, Fire Nation capital.
Who's there? Someone's here! I can feel it! Someone's trying to assassinate me!
Fire Lord, please, go back to sleep. We're in the most secure tower in the entire palace.
No one will get to you tonight, I assure you.
Just like no one got to you last night, or the night before that, or the night before that.
And that's why we moved you here. Please, you have to trust.
Show yourself!
Down with the traitor! Down with the Fire Lord who betrays his own people! Huh?
Convince me not to take your life.
Go ahead. My family has been loyal to yours for generations. By getting rid of me, you would simply complete your betrayal.
Your family?
My father is the mayor of Yu Dao.
Yu Dao? The first of the Fire Nation colonies?
Yes, my home. And now you and the Avatar are going to destroy it with your precious Harmony Restoration Movement.
Stop! Stop! Corey, where have you been? Your mother and I were worried sick. Wait, who are these men? What are these chains?
I went to go see someone about our problem, Father.
Who?
Him.
Fire Lord Zuko.
You must be Mayor Morishita. Your daughter snuck into my home and tried to kill me.
Corey.
Someone had to do something.
My sincerest apologies for my daughter's behavior, Fire Lord. Have mercy.
I should have this place burned down.
Why bother? The Harmony Restoration Movement will accomplish the same thing without you having to lift a finger.
Why can't you colonies get it through your thick skulls? The Harmony Restoration Movement is a means to peace.
Peace? Peace for whom? With all due respect, Your Majesty, my family has lived on this land for generations. This city was built in our blood and sweat. We have as much right to be here as anyone else.
You're Fire Nation citizens. You should live in the Fire Nation.
You're right, Fire Lord. We are Fire Nation citizens. And I'll tell you this, your father would have never let the Avatar and the Earth King bully him into something so obviously bad for his own nation's citizens.
My father.
I should count myself lucky. The new Fire Lord has graced me with his presence in my lowly prison cell.
You should count yourself lucky that the Avatar chose to spare you. Banishing me was the best thing you could have done for my life. Maybe your time in here can do the same for you.
Why are you really here?
'Cause you're going to tell me something. Where is my mother?
You ought to bring me some tea, Zuko. We'll talk while sipping from steaming little cups, much like you did with my traitorous brother. I'll give you advice on how to be a good Fire Lord. Wouldn't that be nice? Perhaps even the subject of your mother will come up.
I don't need this.
Do you think being Fire Lord is easy? The throne comes with many pressures, and those pressures will change you. But if you can stand the heat, you'll become something more. Of all the people in the world, I have the wisdom you need. The wisdom of experience. Be honest with yourself, Zuko. Do you really believe you can handle it all on your own? You'll be back, and I'll be waiting for you, son.
I'm not my father!
No, young man, you're not. Fire Lord Ozai had many faults, but he was never a coward. He was never a traitor.
Off the coast of the Fire Nation. Don't worry, Mayor Nishi. My team and I helped dozens of Fire Nation colonies move back to your homeland already. They've all loved coming back.
Those colonies were young. The people had no roots in the Earth Kingdom.
Things are different in the Fire Nation now. You'll see. Fire Lord Zuko is reintroducing classic Fire Nation culture to his people. You'll learn so much about your past by living here, and you'll have fun too. Check it out. This is a Fire Nation dance from over 100 years ago. How fun is this?
Stop. Stop unloading. You're colonials.
Yes.
Return to the Earth Kingdom by order of the Fire Lord.
What?
Fire Lord Zuko has officially withdrawn his support of the Harmony Restoration Movement.
Beifong Metalbending Academy, Earth Kingdom.
Come look! There's a crowd at the city gates below!
I want to know what's happening!
Whatever it is, it's bad! Bad! The city's probably doomed! We're probably doomed!
I hate doom.
How are you lily livers gonna learn metal bending by staring out a window? Get to practice!
Sifu Toph!
Something's happening in Yu Dao, and I want to know what!
It's bad! So bad! I'm too young for doom!
I hate being young.
My parents live down there! Who's gonna buy me new shoes if anything happens to them?
All our parents live in Yu Dao, and they're all doomed!
Huh. You lily livers are right. Something is happening in Yu Dao. I can hear it. Appa! I'll be back soon. Stay put and do your forms. If you don't, you're really gonna get it when I come back. I wanna go with you.
I just don't want to be doomed!
I hate you guys.
Hey guys!
Toph!
I can't believe how long it's been.
I missed you too.
Hey, I heard you started metal bending school.
The Beifong Metal Bending Academy. You guys just flew over it. I heard Appa, so I had to come say hi.
Wow, your own school? How's that going?
Meh. Hey, where's Twinkle Toes anyway?
I'm so glad you're here, Toph. Aang needs all the support he can get right now because of what he might have to.
Oh, there he is.
Zuko's changed his mind about the Harmony Restoration Movement.
You're kidding.
He's holed himself up in Yu Dao with a bunch of his soldiers. He won't let anyone in or out. That's where we're headed.
So that's what's going on. The lily livers, I mean my students, were talking about it. Zuko's starting to act like his old man Ozai then.
No, we don't know that yet.
But Aang's meditating on what he might have to do because of the promise he made.
You've done your duty. The war is over. And yet, the world is still not at peace. I'm sorry, Aang. You are still dealing with the consequences of my own indecisiveness.
Avatar Roku, I've never should have made that promise to Zuko. I mean, I didn't even kill Ozai and he was evil all the way through. How am I supposed to kill my own firebending teacher? My friend? What kind of person would I be?
A person who keeps his promises. Zuko was in his clearest moment when he asked you for that promise. He knew what was at stake. All those lives that have been lost in the last 100 years. I could have saved them. I had so many chances. Sozin almost never had his guard up when he was with me.
Wait, what are you saying? You regret not ending Fire Lord Sozin?
Yes.
When he was your friend.
More than a friend. He was like a brother to me. But because of him, the world burned. When you are in a position of power,
You must put the needs of the world above your own. Zuko, at one time at least, understood this.
I'll go to Yu Dao and find Zuko. Then we'll sit down and talk.
Remember the wisdom I offered you, Aang. You must be decisive. A promise is a promise.
Because that's what friends do. We talk.
Fire Nation out! Harmony now! Fire Nation out! Harmony now!
Fire Nation out!
Harmony now!
Isn't that Smellerbee?
Yeah, he's with the Freedom Fighters.
She, you mean? She's with the Freedom Fighters.
That's what I said. She's with the Freedom Fighters.
Look, everybody! It's the Avatar! Aang! Avatar Aang! Aang! We were hoping you would come. So what's the plan of attack? The Freedom Fighters are at your service.
I appreciate your confidence, Smellerbee, but I really just want to talk to Zuko.
What? The time for talking was over as soon as the Fire Lord broke with the Harmony Restoration movement. Besides, you're not getting into that city without a fight. Fire Nation troops are everywhere.
We'll break open a new gate for you. Just give us the word.
That won't be necessary, Sneers. We'll find a way in. You ready, sweetie? I'm ready, sweetie.
What?
Sweetie, seriously?
I know, right? So oogie.
Flamingo, Hotman.
This city is under the protection of the Fire Lord himself. No one may enter without his express permission, not even the Avatar. Leave now.
Please, I'd like to talk to Fire Lord Zuko. That's all.
You were warned. Here. Here.
I don't want to fight.
What are you dolts waiting for? Attack!
Hey! Don't worry, sweetie. I can handle them. Just give me a sec. You're on fire! What do you say? Your clothes! They're on... Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, thanks. That's it! Stop! Trying to set my boyfriend on fire! Whoa. Aang, are you okay? I'm fine. Can't you people give it a rest? We just want to talk.
Katara, stop.
Let go, Zuko. You're hurting me. Don't make me hurt you back.
I'm hurting you? What are you doing to my soldiers? My people?
Let go of her, Zuko. She said you're hurting her.
First, she has to agree to stop attacking my people.
Your soldiers attack first! Let her go now!
I am the Fire Lord. I have to protect the citizens of the Fire Nation.
I came here to talk to you, Zuko, as a friend, but you've changed. You've forgotten what we fought for. Maybe Avatar Roku is right. Maybe a promise is a promise.
Aang! Stop! If you enter the Avatar state in such an emotional way, you won't be able to control yourself. You have to calm down. Please, sweetie. For me.
I can't believe it. I might have done something terrible without even thinking it through. Zuko, I'm so...
Katara's right. We both need to calm down and talk.
Are you kidding me? That's what I wanted in the first place!
Did you know that Yu Dao is the oldest of all the colonies? Many of the Fire Nation families here immigrated over 100 years ago, when Yu Dao was just a tiny village at the bottom of the valley. Together with the Earth Kingdom, people who were already here, they built all this. Yu Dao now makes the finest metalwork ever produced, using both Fire Nation and Earth Kingdom expertise. That's why this is one of the richest cities in the world.
It doesn't seem like the Fire Nation citizens and the Earth Kingdom citizens share equally in that wealth.
It's not perfect, Katara, but all the city's people, including Earth Kingdom people, are better off now than they were 100 years ago.
The history lesson is great and all, but none of it matters. By betraying the Harmony Restoration movement, you're going to start another war.
Look, Aang, when I came here a week ago, I had planned to personally enforce the removal of Yu Dao from the Earth Kingdom. But then...
Fire Lord Ozai had many faults, but he was never a coward. He was never a traitor.
You'll regret saying that, old man. Guards, seize him!
Fire Lord, please forgive my husband's foolishness. I've told him time and time again to control his tongue, but he never does.
You're Mayor Morishida's wife. An Earthbender?
Yes, I'm an Earthbender, as is our daughter.
I may be an Earthbender, but through my father's bloodline, I am a Fire Nation citizen. My father taught me to always be loyal to the Fire Nation, to my people. Something you obviously never learned from your father.
Would your majesty be willing to stay in Yu Dao for a few days? It would be an honor for us to show the Fire Lord our way of life.
So I stayed. I saw what my people created here. I saw what the Harmony Restoration movement would destroy. I changed my mind. Ever since my coronation, I've had trouble finding peace. Now I think I finally figured out why I'd forgotten about my people. I know you defeated the Fire Nation, Aang. My people still deserve respect. It'd be disrespectful to take from them a life they spent generations building. I won't let you do it.
Harmony requires 4 separate nations to balance each other out. You cannot balance if one nation occupies another.
Exceptions should be made for all the remaining colonies. Most of them have been around for well over a century. They're older than you, Aang.
You have got to be joking. That would make peace impossible.
Well, regardless, the Earth King needs to be a part of whatever happens next. If Aang and I can arrange a meeting, will you be there, Zuko?
I'll be there.
Talking is good, I guess.
What's taking the Avatar so long? We have to go in and save the Avatar from those ass makers.
Everybody calm down. Avatar Aang can handle himself. The best thing for us to do right now is wait.
Oh, wait, you want to try Savage?
That's it! Don't you dunderheads know who I am? I'm Toph Beifong, the greatest earthbender of all time! When my friend tells you to calm down, you calm down! Next person to throw anything or say anything gets a boulder straight in the nugget. Got it? Now that's more like it.
Good thing you listened to her, folks. I was about to bust out Mr. Boomerang. Wow.
Oh, Mr. Boomerang. So scary.
So what happened?
Did you have to do it?
Do what? You killed the Fire Lord?
Oh, no.
So what's going on then? What are we supposed to do now?
Katara and I are gonna visit the Earth King to try to arrange a meeting. Can you please tell the protesters to go home? We need more time to figure out a solution, Smellerby. All this shouting won't help.
The Earth Kingdom has waited for over 100 years to be rid of those Ashmakers. We'll give you 3 days, Avatar Aang. After that, the Freedom Fighters will figure out a solution of our own.
I don't totally get why you two need to talk to the Earth King. Zuko knows he's wrong, doesn't he? The Fire Nation colonies have got to go.
It's complicated, Toph. There are a lot of issues involved. Plus, talking's always good, right? Sweetie, when we're back there, thank you for not letting me do something I'd regret. If you ever have to, fulfill your promise, you can't let it happen like that. You have to be calm enough to know you're making the right decision. I just hate seeing you get like that, sweetie.
Aang? Katara? You're giving me the oogies over here.
I am so sick of hearing about your stupid oogies, Sokka! I don't even know what that means!
I can explain. Give me your hand.
Oogie! The Royal Palace, Fire Nation capital.
So, the Fire Lord has returned.
The mob outside Yu Dao is gone. For now, at least. The Fire Nation citizens there are safe.
You left without saying anything to me. I had to figure out where you were from official edicts your soldiers posted around the capital. You're doing it again, Zuko. If you're having problems, you're supposed to talk to me. I'm your girlfriend. You've been having trouble sleeping. Have you looked in the mirror lately? Your bodyguards are a bunch of incompetent idiots. You're the Fire Lord now. You need real security. So, I asked some friends to come help.
Did you hear anything?
No, Zuko. It's been quiet all night.
Honest to goodness, there hasn't been a peep.
I'm sorry, it's not that I don't trust you. I know the Kyoshi warriors are the best guardians in the world.
Guards women, you mean?
Go back to sleep. You have to at least try.
No, I'm going to get a drink of water.
Do you need someone to escort you?
I'll be fine. The walk would do me some good. I need your advice, Father.
What? Everybody does it.
I was talking about them, not you. Oh, you too.
Well, it's been fun, guys, but I gotta get back to my school. Yeah, someone's gotta keep the lily livers, my students, in line.
Wait! You can't leave me alone with them! The Ukiosity's only gonna get worse after you're gone! How am I supposed to keep down my food?
Well, you could come with me.
No. Hey, how about I go with you?
Great idea, Sokka. Wish I'd thought of it.
Katara? Aang? I'm going with Toph. To check out her school. Not because you two are giving me the oogies or anything.
Oh, that sounds good. We'll pick you up on the way back from Ba Sing Se.
Hold on, guys. Just give Appa a second to land.
Don't bother, Twinkle Toes. We're close enough to the ground. I can smell the trees near my school. Come on!
Hey, isn't that the hand you were just using to pick your... Ah!
I gotta let go of ya, but don't worry.
I'm worried! Ah!
Told you not to worry.
I tasted my own stomach when we were halfway down. But by the end, not a bad way to travel. So how'd you come up with the idea of starting your own school?
After training Aang, I realized how fulfilling teaching can be. I mean, I helped him reach his potential as an earthbender, as the Avatar, and as a human being. I felt like I really made a difference.
Aw, who are you kidding? You just like telling people what to do.
Yeah. And yelling. I love yelling. Just where do you lily livers think you're going? Don't tell me you were trying to escape. I mean, give up on your training. I'm going to put you in so much hurt you won't remember what day of the week it is. Sophia Toph?
Oh, this is bad! We're so doomed!
Who's that? Oh, yeah, Sokka, these are my students. Hotan.
Please, sir, save us from our doom!
Panga. Your biceps are enormous! And Moon.
The Dark One.
The Dark One. Lily livers, this is my friend Sokka.
Oh, I don't know about enormous biceps. Impressively large, maybe.
You're my new boyfriend, starting now!
How old are you, Panga?
Almost 16.
And by almost, you mean...
9. So, what were we talking about before all this nice to meet you garbage? That's right, we were talking about hurt.
Please, Seafood Toph! We were trying to run away! We were kicked out!
They wouldn't even let me pack all my shoes first.
I hate practicing forms, but getting kicked out is the worst.
Kicked out? Kicked out by who?
Breathe in, disciples of Kunio. Breathe in the fury of our ancestors. Breathe in the glory
Get out! Get out of my school Now!
Who dares disturb Master Kunio's firebending dojo?
Firebending dojo? This is the Beifong Metalbending Academy.
My students and I left this building in deference to the Harmony Restoration movement. But now that the Fire Lord has recovered his senses and withdrawn his support for the movement, we've come back to reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Fire Lord Zuko's off his gourd. You people don't belong here. This is the Earth Kingdom's and the world's first school of metal bending.
Psst. Shame on you for selling such a fantasy to these poor dupes, young lady. Everyone knows that metal bending doesn't exist. Watch carefully, disciples. Your master's about to teach this dirt girl a lesson.
Bring it on.
Okay, everybody calm down. If you two start fighting, there won't be a building left to fight over. This place is meant to be a school, right? It seems to me that it ought to go to whichever school is most effective.
My boyfriend's reasonable.
Good point. Rather than settle this with a match between the teachers, we'll settle it with a match between our students. A match to the death.
Yes!
Oh, doom upon doom!
Does this mean I won't get all my shoes back?
Figures it end this way.
Well, how about a match to the sit instead?
What?
You know, a match to the sit.
No, I don't know. Because you just made that up.
Whichever team can force a member of the other team to sit down first wins.
Well,
I guess.
as long as we still get to beat people up.
So we're only partially doomed?
What great ideas my boyfriend has.
Whatever. I'll still hate it.
Come back in 3 days, Master Kunio. We'll have the match then.
3 days? Why should we wait?
Or we could settle it right now, Master Pointyhead. Just you and me.
Ah! 3 days it is.
I don't know about this, Sokka. The lily livers can't even...
Oh, come on, Toph. Those firebenders are a bunch of little kids. With 3 days of intensive training, your guys will be able to take them.
Before we leave, disciples of Kunio, let's give the opponents the Kunio salute.
Beware, enemies of Kunio. For we shall roast you.
And the flames of your own defeat!
What's that you're always saying, Hotan?
We're doomed!
Pretty much.
Find yourself a nice, quiet hill to spend the night, okay, buddy? I'll whistle for you tomorrow after our meeting with the Earth King. Now we have to find a place to spend the night.
I'm sure Iroh has a couple of spare rooms. Do you remember how to get to the tea shop from here?
I think we go...
Oh my gosh. Is it, like, really you?
I'm sorry, have we met...
Oh my gosh. It's like me who should be sorry. I'm Heiwan, co-president and co-founder of the official Avatar Aang fan club, Ba Sing Se chapter. And this is Wan Yi, my fellow co-president and co-founder. Can I just say, your lemur is like so cute.
Wow, did you hear that? They started a fan club for me.
Wonderful.
Nice to meet you both. I'm Aang. My lemur's name is Momo.
Momo is like the cutest name ever.
Ahem.
Oh, and this is Katara.
Ahem.
My girlfriend, Katara.
Hi.
What an honor it is to meet Avatar Aang's first girlfriend.
Why, thank you. Wait. What do you mean first? Aang, we should get going. It's getting late, and we need to find a place.
Oh my gosh! You guys are like looking for a place to stay? It'd be so amazing if you like stayed at our clubhouse. It's just down the street. And we like made it look like the Western Air Temple because most of our club members are girls and everything.
Wow, I'd love to see it. You said this is modeled after the Western Air Temple?
Yeah. Wani did like all the decorating to make it look upside down and everything, like how the real temple is. Do you like it?
I love it. Thank you, official Avatar Aang fan club. I'm flattered. Come on, Katara, let's check it out.
Can't wait.
Do you remember those family vacations we used to take on Ebb Island? Once, at the beach, you couldn't have been older than 3 at the time, we saw a hawk attacking a turtle crab by the water. You ran as fast as your little legs would carry you to rescue that turtle crab. Even then, you possessed an odd affinity for the weak. But then, when you had the turtle crab safely in your arms, you hesitated. The hawk looked at you with hungry eyes, and you realized you were condemning it to starve. You didn't know whether to side with the hawk or the turtle crab. Before you could reach a decision, a giant wave washed over you and carried you out into the ocean. I dove in myself to save you. You spent the rest of the day in your mother's arms, vomiting seawater.
I came here looking for advice. I want to know how you were able to sleep peacefully in spite of the pressures of the throne.
And I told you.
I don't see how an old family memory...
I'm tired, Zuko. We're done talking for now. Perhaps we will continue tomorrow. Bring more tea.
Yeah! Nothing! No movement at all!
How am I supposed to impress my boyfriend?
I hate failure.
This is bad! I can't concentrate on forms with Doom coming in 2 days!
I'm sick of hearing about Doom! I'm not practicing with you anymore!
I hate all of this.
So these were the most qualified students you could find, huh?
It wasn't me. It was this.
Ooh, space bracelet! Oh, how I miss you, Space Sword.
About a year ago, I noticed that every now and then when I was in public, my bracelet would shiver the tiniest bit. I could only feel it when I was really paying attention. Eventually, I figured out that this would happen when someone around me got super emotional. So I had an idea. Maybe these people who could move my bracelet could also become Metalbenders. I started recruiting them to my school. I met Hotun in a ramen house. He just found a spider wasp in his soup.
Doom! I swallowed a mouthful of doom!
Actually, it was more like half a spider wasp. Panga was in a marketplace arguing over shoes with one of her family's servants.
Forgive me, Mistress Pinga. We've already spent all the money your parents allotted for this shopping trip.
I want them! And the dark one was people watching at a street corner.
I hate you, and you, and you, and you.
Well, that sounds about right. Katara found out she was a waterbender because the ice would crack whenever I made her mad. Or whenever she got super emotional.
Yeah, but there's a problem with finding students that way. Think about it. What kind of people get super emotional in public? Crazy people!
Failure.
And even worse, the whole thing is just a theory. Nobody in that sorry group of lily livers has moved even the smallest piece of metal since they've been here. Not even a coin!
Listen, I don't like to brag, but...
You love to brag.
Okay, I love to brag. But Sokka of the Southern Water Tribe is just what this school needs.
What are you talking about? You're not a bender of anything, let alone metal.
Oh, but I am a bender. I may not be able to bend any of the elements, but I can bend people's motivation. I'm a motivational bender.
That's a stretch.
Hey, who led the invasion on the day of the Black Sun? Who started training warriors in his own tribe when he was just a kid? Sokka, the motivational bender, that's who. Just explain to me metal bending basics, then leave the lily livers, your students, to me. To become a true metal bender, you have to not only see the metal, but hear the metal, taste the metal, and be the metal.
That doesn't even make sense.
Why should we listen to you? You're not a bender.
I've already explained this to you guys. I am a bender of motivation.
Don't talk to my boyfriend that way. Hey, Sokka, am I doing this right? I'm trying to roll my eyes at you.
Look, people, can we just give this a shot? Let's start with the defending palm technique. First, take a steady and strong stance, just like Shifu Toph taught you. Now let your gut furnace refine your senses. Close your eyes and feel the earth around you. Then, feel the metal within that earth. Next, gather your chi deep in your gut. Feel your gut heat up like a furnace. Now feel the metal coins coming at you and stop them in midair. Come on, Team Biflon, let's metal bend.
Ow! I'm bleeding, right? Oh! My forehead's gonna get infected, and then...
You better buy me some shoes to make up for this.
Do I even need to say it?
I know, the Dark One. You hate me.
Nice going, oh great bender of people's motivation. Amazing what a difference a fancy headband makes.
You are not very helpful right now.
And this is a technique called air scooter. I invented it when I was training at the Southern Air Temple. It's part of how I earn my tattoos. And here's a brand new technique I've been working on. First, I make a handful of air marbles. And then I turn them all into air scooters.
Avatar Aang.
Good morning, Hey-One. Come join the fun.
I'd like to, introduce you to somebody. This is my co-president and co-founder, Yi Li. She's wanted to meet you since, forever?
Another co-president and co-founder? How many co-presidents and co-founders are there?
It's such an honor, Avatar Aang. I want to show you something I bought from a traveling merchant a couple of years ago.
Wow, an airbender's flute! Monkey Asto used to have one just like this!
I just knew it had to be from the air nomads. Do you know how to play?
Aang? You're probably right. Well, you certainly seem to enjoy those girls' attention.
Weren't they amazing?
I know it's just a silly fan club, but for a moment there, it almost felt like I was at home again, with my people. Thanks for agreeing to stay there for the night, sweetie. It meant the world to me.
Don't thank me, Aang. I don't deserve it.
I stayed up all night thinking about what you said. At the beach, I was overwhelmed by the circumstances because I couldn't decide whose side to take. I should have sided with the Hawk. It was strong and noble, much like the Fire Nation. It had earned its meal. But I've already done that, Father. I'm no longer neglecting the needs of my own people as I did when I first took the throne. I still can't sleep.
You're only partially correct in your assessment. Your sleeplessness does indeed stem from your inability to choose sides, to distinguish what is right. But you're wrong about the Hawk.
So you're saying I should have defended the turtle crab? I should have sided with the weaker of the two?
What I'm saying is this. There is no right or wrong apart from what you decide. Who you choose to defend deserves to be defended simply because you chose them. You are the Fire Lord. What you choose by definition is right.
No. Right and wrong are bigger than me, or you, or even the Avatar. And I believe the Avatar, the Earth King, and I can come closest to what's right by working together.
I've heard rumors about this little meeting of yours. Do you think the Earth King, after being humiliated time and time again by our mighty nation and his own incompetence, will be reasonable? Do you think he'll treat the remaining Fire Nation colonials fairly? In an attempt to restore his own dignity, he'll send out his army to crush them. If you truly are the Fire Lord, you would defend the Fire Nation citizens of Yu Dao furiously, not simply because they are your people, but because they are an expression of your will.
I'm going to wait, and my patience will be rewarded with peaceful resolution for everyone. Even as we speak, the Avatar is
an irrelevant relic of a bygone age. He wants to keep the world frozen in time by denying the inevitable victory of the strong over the weak.
Avatar Aang is my friend. More often than not, he's been on the side that's right. I trust him.
More than you trust yourself. You sicken me, Zuko. Leave my presence.
Who are you to talk to me this way? Have you forgotten your current place and—
Leave my presence!
Look alive, lily livers! Take your horse stance, steady and strong. Make your gut furnace and use it to feel the metal in front of you. Now, kick! Kick like your life depends on it! Not even a shiver.
Aren't you gonna yell at us?
No.
Hey, Toph. Sorry to bug you during training, but something important just happened.
Take a break, guys.
We've already had 3 breaks this morning. The match is tomorrow.
I said, take a break.
I just had the best idea ever.
You said something important just happened.
It did, in my brain. Listen, you said your students were able to move your space bracelet when they were super emotional. Well, to make them into Metalbenders, we just have to get them super mega uber emotional.
And how do you plan to do that? Let me guess. You're gonna wear 2 fancy headbands.
Very funny. I've been thinking. Proton, it's easy.
Doom?
Yes, and Panga?
Shoes.
Of course. The Dark One's the only one I can't figure out. What gets to him more than anything in the whole world?
His real name, but I promise I wouldn't ever tell anybody.
Please, 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 please.
Okay, quit your blubbering.
No way. What were his parents thinking?
I know, right? No wonder that guy hates everything.
Now, you remember what you did during our final battle with Ozai? In the cabin of that Fire Nation airship? I need you to do something like that. If only we had a whole bunch of metal to work with.
Why do you say so? There's a bunker full of metal under the school building.
Whoa! Look at all this Fire Nation armor! These are all kid-sized. Who would make armor for little kids?
A weirdo like Kunio, that's who.
So here's what I need you to make with your metal bending powers.
Hello? How many times do I have to remind you?
Right. Sorry. How about I just describe it to you? Incredible! Toph Bifong, you've really outdone yourself.
Just call me the greatest earthbender of all time. No, seriously, I want you to call me that.
Toph, you're the greatest earthbender of all time.
Gee, thanks, Sokka. That's so sweet of you.
One last exercise, and then we'll call it a day. Earthbenders, create a barrier. Now everyone, attack! Good work. We'll meet again tomorrow morning, same place.
Psst. Corey!
Sneers.
Even missing our date so you could train with firebenders?
So I could train with my cousins. And only 2 of them are firebenders. We have to be ready to defend Yu Dao. Didn't you hear those protesters outside the city walls a couple days ago? Don't tell me you were a part of that.
We were leading that.
Get away from me!
Yu Dao is a Fire Nation colony. Smellerby said...
I don't care what Smellerby said.
You have to choose, Corey. Are you Earth Kingdom or are you Fire Nation?
Choose. All my life people have been asking me to choose. I am an Earthbender and a Fire Nation citizen, and I live in Yu Dao. That's what I choose. Now you choose, Sneers. Do you want to follow Smellerby? Or do you want to be with me?
Greetings, Earth King Quay.
Avatar Aang, Katara of the Southern Water Tribe. It's been much too long. I heard you were in the Earth Kingdom, dealing with the situation at Yu Dao. Thank you for all your help with the removal of that colony. The remaining few seem to be more difficult than...
That's why we're here, Your Majesty. We'd like to set up a meeting between you and Fire Lord Zuko. Yu Dao is still there.
For now.
So then, the Fire Lord persists in denying the movement his support. He wants to keep his colonies.
Earth King Quay, I'm on your side. The people of the Fire Nation don't belong in your kingdom, so the Harmony Restoration movement has to continue. With a little convincing, I'm sure Fire Lord Zuko...
Fire Lord Zuko has legitimate concerns about the colonials who still live here. We really need to sit down and talk through our options. Maybe there's something we missed.
this is bad. Why do we have to eat outside? The outside is so...
Dark, cold, dirty.
Doomy!
Hotun, that's not even a word. And besides, a campfire is the perfect setting for a little team Baifong bonding.
I think it's romantic.
No, it's not.
Where's Sifu Toph? How come she gets to miss out on all the bonding?
She'll be here soon. She just had to, take care of, some, Shifu-ish type stuff first. Hey, do you guys remember that flying boar banner that used to be in the training room? The one Kunio burned down? Anyone know why that was there?
My boyfriend is so silly sometimes. Everyone in the Earth Kingdom knows that the white flying boar is the Baifeng family symbol.
No. I mean, yes it is, but that's not why the banner was there. Shifu Toph hung that banner up to placate the winged boar spirit that haunts his mountain.
Winged boar spirit?
What are you talking about?
Yes! The winged boar spirit! The ancient harbinger of doom and eater of fine footwear!
Doom? Footwear?
And now that Kunio's burned down the banner, we can probably expect to... Oh look! Speak of the winged boar spirit, there it is right now!
It's eating my shoes! How did it find my shoes?
Mommy, save me from my doom!
No! Not the jade platforms! Anything but the jade platforms!
This is ridiculous. I know it's you in there, Sifu Toph.
Very perceptive, the Dark One. Or should I say, Moochie Goochie Lapoochie the Third?
By uttering that name, you've lodged a splinter in my soul!
This is going better than I'd hoped. Everybody feel all that emotion coursing through your bodies? I want you to direct that at these coins. Metalbend, Team Baifeng! Team Baifeng?
Oh, my shoes. My shoes.
Sweetie, you have to try this.
I'm still working on these delicious pan-fried noodles.
This has to be the best tofu I ever tasted. Right, Momo?
Avatar Aang and Katara, thank you for giving me time to ponder our present situation.
No problem, Your Earthiness. Thank you for dinner. So, when should we set up our meeting with our Lord Zuko?
I'm sorry, but you're not going to like what I have to say. All my life, I've been weak. So weak that my most trusted advisor was able to hide 100 years' war behind a curtain of lies. Well, I'm tired of being weak. It's time for me to be a man.
What's that supposed to mean?
Fire Lord Zuko promised he would see the Harmony Restoration movement through to the very end. Now he's turned his promise into a lie. Why should I meet with him? So he can tell me more lies? I will not stand for any more lies. I will order General Hao to lead my troops to Yu Dao and enforce harmony.
Please, Earth King Kuei, sending your army there would be seen as a declaration of war.
The Fire Nation residents of Yu Dao will either leave my kingdom peacefully or face the most dire of consequences. That is my decision.
Toph, there you are. Don't give up yet, okay? I just got a brand new best idea ever. What if I rig it so that...
You ever think about metal?
No. When I have extra thinking time, I usually spend it on food. Meat, specifically.
Metal is just a part of Earth that's been purified and refined. But how does it become like that? By getting heated, melted, and pounded. By going through pressure and pain. I discovered metal bending in a tiny metal cell when Master Yu and Jin Fu were taking me back to my parents. That whole trip, All I could think about was how my parents expected me to be something I'm not. Sure, they wanted me to be helpless, but they also wanted me to be cultured, well-mannered, soft-spoken little lady. All I felt was pressure and pain. When I brought Hotu and Panga and the Dark One to the school, I expected them to become Metalbenders. I was gonna make them tough enough to move the most stubborn part of the most stubborn element. I expected them to be something they're not. How is what I'm doing to them different from what my parents did to me? Maybe the Beifong Metalbending Academy is just a way for me to pass all that pressure and pain to someone else.
Toph, that's not what this place is at all.
When Kunio comes tomorrow, I'm gonna go up to him and sit down. He can have his school back.
We have to get back to Yu Dao. The sooner the better. Hopefully, we can convince the Fire Nation colonists to evacuate before General Hao gets there.
Those people will be leaving their homes, maybe even their families. Aang, what happens if they refuse to go?
Your king is right, not about sending his army, but about Zuko breaking his promise. Promises shouldn't be broken, not ever. Sorry, buddy, we got a long night of flying ahead of us. Yep.
Fly, messenger bird, fly! Tell our sisters in the Yu Dao chapter that the Avatar needs their help!
Greetings, enemies of Kunio! Prepare to be roasted in the flames of your own defeat!
Nice headgear.
I find it a convenient way to carry the flag so I can take it off anytime I want. Where are your students, young lady? It's time to begin our deadly match to the... sit!
I don't know where they are, but it doesn't matter. You can have your school back, Kunio. You win this match to the sit.
Ha ha! I knew it!
Seafood Toph! Don't sit down!
Ow! Hotu, did you just metal bend?
Hotan figured it out!
Yeah, I think I did.
I can't believe it.
Normally, I'd pummel you for hitting me in the butt, but in this case, good job.
Please don't sit down, Seafood Toph. Last night, the three of us heard.
Is this some kind of dirt people trick? Disciples of Kunio, attack!
Come on, Team Biflong, it's no time to hide. Let's metal bend!
This is easy!
I hate that it took us this long to figure it out.
Help!
Yes!
Stop firebending, my fellow disciples! We're just eating up the coins!
Don't you dare stop, disciples of Kunio! Never stop firebending! Never!
You guys ought to be really proud of yourselves, Panga. I'm impressed.
Kick rocks, loser! I'm over you! Hotan's the one for me now.
What?
Sifu Toph. Last night, the three of us were packed up and ready to leave. Then we overheard what you said about us.
I don't get it. I didn't say a single nice thing about any of you.
You told my ex that you expected us to become mental benders!
Nobody's ever expected me to be anything other than a wimp.
A spoiled brat.
A tall, dark, mysterious hunk.
Really?
Why can't people see I'm more than just a pretty face? I have the soul of a poet!
Seafood Toph! You're the first person to believe that we can become more than what we are!
What are you lily livers waiting for then? You think getting some coins to fly through the air makes you metal bending masters? Get back to practice!
Yes, Seafood Toph!
This isn't me.
I know you've been secretly meeting with Ozai.
Who did you hear that from? I know I keep screwing up, but please, I love you, Mai.
I know. But lately I've realized that you love your secrets more. You'll have an easier time keeping them when you're alone.
What are you telling me?
Goodbye, Fire Lord.
Mai, come back. I order you to come back. Why would I say that? So stupid.
This is my fault. I'm so sorry. When I asked her to talk to you about your father, that wasn't quite what I had in mind.
Suki, but how did you know?
I followed you yesterday morning. Sorry about that, too. We just wanted to know what was going on, to see if we could help in some way. The Kyoshi warriors are really worried about you, Zuko. I'm really worried about you.
Fire Lord Zuko.
General Maki.
A message has arrived from the spies you sent to Earth Kingdom.
You sent spies?
Your suspicions are confirmed. The Earth King's army now marches towards Yu Dao.
One moment, I know, deep in my heart, that I must defend my people. But then the next, doubt creeps in. Maybe I'm supposed to follow through with the Harmony Restoration movement.
Prove yourself worthy of the throne, my son.
Aang, how am I supposed to figure out what's right when his voice is all I hear? You could have silenced him forever. Perhaps then I could have found peace. But you didn't. And now I can't.
I'm sorry, Zuko.
We need a firm grasp of the good. Your friend asked you for a promise.
The Fire Lord's will determines what is right. Embrace this truth and you'll possess the peace that you desire.
I don't think I'll ever stop feeling lost.
Now, fulfill your promise and restore the world to harmony.
Go ahead, Aang. Do it! Wait! Don't cry!
residents of Yu Dao, you must evacuate the city immediately. Your lives are in danger. Whoa, watch out, sweetie. We're being attacked by firebenders.
You mean earthbenders?
No, I mean, earthbenders who attack little chainy thingies to their rocks.
That's a meteor hammer, Aang, and it looks like someone's earthbending it right back at us.
Nothing an air funnel can handle.
Here come throwing axes.
Why can't they make up their minds about how they want to attack us?
There's our axe thrower over there. Looks like he's run out of axes.
I'm on it. Aw, an axe factory? Why'd it have to be an axe factory? Whoa! Yow!
Aang?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I just caught him. Sneers?
Hi, Avatar Aang. Hi, Katara.
I don't get it. Why would you?
Because you're trying to force us out of our homes, Avatar Aang. We're not leaving.
Wait, I've seen you before.
My name is Kori Morishita, and we are the Yu Dao Resistance.
You have to evacuate right now. You have no idea what's coming.
And Sneers, weren't you helping lead the protests outside the city just a few days ago?
I was confused, okay? Smellerbee wanted me to help her, so I just kinda... Look, I grew up hating the Fire Nation. What those ash makers did to my parents? That's why I became a freedom fighter. But when Jet and the other guys went to Ba Sing Se, I came to Yu Dao to live with my uncle. Then, without even meaning to, I fell in love with an ash maker.
Wait, you are going out with you?
Yeah, I hid it from our friends for a long time, but I'm done with that. My girlfriend is Fire Nation, so do my cousins on my mom's side.
And my favorite teacher.
My stepfather, the guy who sells me mochi every morning.
You joined the Yu Dao Resistance to defend a guy who sells you mochi?
It's a really good mochi.
So, I just want to make sure I've got this right. You are going out with her?
Yeah.
Way to go, Sneers!
I know this makes me look like a traitor, but I'm only fighting alongside the Yu Dao Resistance so long as they agree to keep both Earth Kingdom and Fire Nation intruders out, because Yu Dao is neither.
You mean because Yu Dao is both? Let Smellerbee and her protesters come. We can handle them.
But the protesters aren't the only ones you have to worry about. Earth King Kuei's coming with this army. They could arrive at any moment.
No way, an entire army?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. You have to go. A handful of resistance fighters can't possibly stand up to a whole army.
We can if the Avatar joins us.
Sneers, no. I told the Earth King I'd see the Harmony Restoration movement through to the end.
Aang, maybe we should hear them out.
Well, if you won't help us, Avatar Aang, maybe one of those avatars will.
Greetings, Avatar Aang. The Yu Dao chapter of the Avatar Aang fan club has eagerly anticipated your arrival. I am Xing Ying, the club president.
Look, Katara, another fan club!
Yay.
You know them?
I know their type.
Wow, you guys seem really different from the Ba Sing Se chapter. Are all of you presidents?
Why would we all be presidents?
You're really different. Your clothes look just like the uniforms the Western Air Temple students used to wear.
Of course, Avatar Aang. We pride ourselves on authenticity. Our members devote as many hours to studying air nomad philosophy as you did when you were training.
And the arrows you painted on your forehead look almost exactly like real Airbender tattoos.
Oh, these? They aren't paint. They're real tattoos. We use the same ink you...
Wait, what? But air normal tattoos have to be earned through years and years of airbending practice. They're not...
Oh, we know, Avatar Aang. For a fan club member to receive her tattoos, she must master hundreds of airbender-like forms.
Airbender-like? Those tattoos are sacred to my people. They describe who we are and how we see the world. You have no right to tattoo yourselves like that.
I assure you that our members go through the most rigorous of study programs. By the end, they...
But how could you study air normal philosophy at all and still do something like this?
Aang, I'm sure it was an honest mistake.
For you to treat our tattoos like a part of some costume. My culture isn't a game. Where are you going? City gates. General Hao's army could show up at any moment. When they do, I'm gonna try to buy you guys a little more time. Maybe they'll listen, maybe they won't. Either way, the Fire Nation Colonials have got to go. It's time we separate the nations and restore harmony.
I'm telling you, my actions make sense. The Fire Nation citizens of Yu Dao are my people. As the Fire Lord, I have a duty to protect them. But it goes beyond that. When the mayor's wife invited me to stay with them, I didn't just get to see what Yu Dao was like. I got to see what their family was like. They ate together, sitting at the same table. They talked and laughed, and when they argued, they didn't challenge each other to Agni Kais. They're so normal. You, of all people, know my family is not. In my heart, I know what I'm doing is right. I'm not defending a colony. I'm not defending people. And I'm defending their bonds with one another. But there's one fact that makes me doubt myself. Leading an army to Yu Dao is exactly what my father would do if he returned to the throne. From the outside, it looks as if I'm acting just like him. Does it matter if my reasons are different? You wanted a quiet life after the war, and that's the one thing I can give you. Begin repaying you for all you've done for me. Can't disturb you. I won't.
By Lord Zuko, we've landed on the shores of the Earth Kingdom.
Any sign of General Hao yet? Or Smellerby?
No.
You okay?
I think I figured out why the nations have to be separate for harmony. Whenever two nations come together, the stronger one can help but hurt the weaker one. They'll conquer or burn or at the very least make a joke of the weaker nation.
You once told me that separation is an illusion. Guru Pathik taught you that. The four nations are really one and the same.
But I don't want them to be the same, Katara. I love being an air nomad. I love our philosophy, our temples, our holidays, our food, everything that makes us different from the rest of the world. And now that I'm the last one left, it's up to me to preserve our way of life.
How, Aang? Are you gonna live by yourself like some kind of hermit? Devote your whole life to collecting and preserving a bunch of relics?
I don't know. But I do know this. Air nomad culture can't survive in a world where the nation invade each other, corrupt each other. I have to see the harmony restoration movement through to the end.
Even if it means fulfilling your promise to Zuko?
Yes.
But you'd be acting against nomad philosophy. Isn't that what you're trying to preserve?
It's a contradiction, I know. That's why my head hurts.
What are you doing out here, Sokka? Let me guess. You finally realized motivational bending is not a thing.
Katara and Aang should have picked me up by now. They're probably so caught up in their ooginess they forgot all about me. Smoochy, smoochy. Oh, how I love you, Katara, my sweet, sweet sweetie. Not as much as I love you, Aang. I love my sweet, sweet sweetie so much I forgot all about my own brother.
Quit your kissy belly aching, Sokka. Appa's here.
No, not Appa! Someone way prettier and less hairy!
Can I just say Oogie?
Good to see you, Toph.
Hey, Suki.
How'd you even know we were here?
A group of us are serving as Zuko's palace guards. We just received an official complaint from a firebending instructor about a dirt girl and a snow savage taking over his school.
Cunyo.
You're leaving already?
So are you. Come on, I need you both.
Seafood, Toph? Not again!
Get to practice, Lily Livers. I'll be back soon. I want to go with you. I'm ready. Watch! I can make this helmet spin round and round. I'm supposed to be impressed by a spinny helmet trick? Until you can do some real metal bending, you're not ready for anything. Now go do your forms.
Oh, cruel abandonment! My bones turn to dust beneath the gaze of your ever-mocking smile.
Hey, the Dark One? I think you're, taking this soul of a poet thing too seriously. No offense.
Huh. I liked you better when you hated people.
I'm sorry to take you away from your students, Toph.
Not a problem. If I have to hear about the cloudy teardrops of his heart one more time.
Oh no.
What?
Zuko.
I've been wanting to talk to you ever since we left for Ba Sing Se Aang, but I didn't know how to bring it up. I've, changed my mind about the Harmony Restoration movement. Remember when we first came here and Zuko showed us around? I saw Corey and her family standing in the street, staring at us like we hold their whole lives in our hands. But I didn't just see them. I also saw...
We're gonna have to talk about this later.
Fire Nation out! Harmony now! Fire Nation out! Harmony now!
It's been 3 days, Avatar Aang. Did all that talking get you anywhere? Is the Fire Nation out of Yu Dao?
Please, Smellerby, just a little bit longer.
People of the Earth Kingdom, attack!
No!
Go, go, go!
You're not getting to those gates again! Seafood Toph would have been proud!
Hurry, Aang! The big pieces are gonna crush people!
Thanks, Aang. Now I almost feel bad for distracting you like that.
Distracting me?
You really think we're dumb enough to use a stone battering ram when we knew the Avatar would be here? We wanted to keep you from noticing that!
So when he found out the Earth King had sent his army to remove the Colonials from Yu Dao, Zuko decided to lead his own army there to defend them.
An Earth Kingdom army fighting a Fire Nation army? Sounds like the beginning of an all-out war.
That's why I went to get you guys. We have to stop Zuko's army before they reach the city gates.
You think the three of us can stop an entire army?
Hey, we've stopped an entire air fleet before, haven't we?
Good point.
So, what's the plan, Sokka?
Alright, step 1. Toph, can you get us into one of those tanks undetected?
Not a problem. An underground slide that'll take us directly under Zuko's army. Come on!
Ah! You've really been into slides lately.
I enjoy hearing your girlish scream.
That was Suki.
Hey! It's so dark down here. I can hardly see anything.
Shh! Toph's really touchy about that.
Quiet! Both of you.
What I say about staying away from bean sprouts when we have to be in the tank together?
Hurry! Step 1 complete. What's step 2?
Not sure. I was sorta hoping step 2 would come to me while we were working on step 1.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I see. Let's all blame the idea guy.
Well, while you guys figure that out, I'm gonna try to get us to Zuko. If we could just talk to him.
What? You think some polite conversation can convince him not to turn evil?
I don't know. He just seems so lonely.
Lonely isn't the way I'd put it. More like screwy in the head.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! That's it! That's step 2! Screwy! Toph, how close do you have to be to metal bend something small like a screw or a bolt?
If you're close enough to see it, I'm close enough to bend it.
Great! Suki, pull us up alongside as many tanks as you can, one by one.
Guys, stop! You don't want to do this!
Hey, Smellerbee! Hey, Longshot!
Sneers? You've been in Yu Dao this whole time? Longshot and I looked all over for you!
Smellerbee and Longshot? I'd like you to meet my girlfriend, Corey. Corey, this is Smellerbee and Longshot.
Well, what do you know? Looks like we're all friends here.
Sneers told me all about you, Smellerbee.
I'm sorry, I can't say the same.
You know what friends do? Talk! You know what friends don't do? Beat each other up!
You can't force us from Yu Dao.
You're dating an Ashmaker? How could you?
Trust me, guys, I'm the Avatar. Peace is sort of my thing.
Listen, Smellerbee. Maybe we've been thinking about this all wrong. What if Yu Dao's neither Fire Nation nor Earth Kingdom?
What if it's a part of both?
This is what I've been trying to tell you, Aang. Maybe we can make things better here without kicking all the Fire Nation people out.
What are we waiting for? Let's finish what we came to do!
Defend yourselves, Yu Dao resistance! Defend our home!
Oh, come on! How come nobody ever wants to just talk?
Attack!
Don't you get it, Smellerbee? I agree with you. I want the Fire Nation colonies to leave, too. I just want them to leave peacefully.
I don't think that's an option anymore, Aang. Looks like the Earth King's finally stepped up to his responsibilities.
Monkey feathers!
Avatar Aang.
Double monkey feathers!
Please forgive us our unintentional disrespect. We've since covered our tattoos in deference to true airbenders. Now we, the Yu Dao chapter of the Avatar Aang fan club, place ourselves at your service.
How about you just go home? I've already got all these protesters to deal with, not to mention the giant army that just showed up.
But that's why we're at your service.
Attention, attention! By official decree of Earth King Kuei, the Earth Kingdom reclaims the former Fire Nation colony of Yu Dao.
Earth King Kuei, why don't you come down here and announce your own decrees?
General Howe's doing just fine on his own, thank you.
Fire Nation colonials who remain in the city are hereby declared criminals and shall be arrested on sight. The Harmony Restoration Movement shall be completed on this day, with or without colonial cooperation.
Yeah!
Fire Nation out! Harmony now! This is it, Aang. You choose to either defend Yu Dao with us, or doom us.
Not necessarily, Sneers. Look!
Monkey feathers on top of monkey feathers!
Stay back, Avatar Aang. We'll protect you.
You guys aren't protecting anything. You're just putting yourselves in danger. You've got to go.
Sokka? Toph? Suki, too. She's driving.
Aang? Katara? Weren't you guys supposed to pick me up?
We've been kind of busy.
So you decide to hitch a ride with the Fire Nation army instead.
For your information, Katara, we weren't hitching a ride. We were trying to slow them down. And what about you two? Since when did defending Fire Nation Colonials become a part of the Harmony Restoration movement?
Fire Lord, what's going on?
I'm not sure.
Listen to me, Avatar. Harmony can be restored right now. My army will treat the Colonials we arrest more justly than the Fire Nation treated us. You have my word. However, we cannot accomplish anything if the Fire Lord's army stands against us. We have a saying among the Council of Five. An army with no leader is a dragon with no head. You alone have the power to end this quickly.
General Hao, there has to be another way.
I ask you to exchange one life for many.
Well, if you guys were so busy slowing the Fire Nation down, how is it that they still ended up here?
Keep your eyes on me.
She's following my plan, in case you're wondering. Look at that! Idea guy still got the touch!
The dragon may still have its head, but perhaps it's now lost its legs. Quickly, Earth Kingdom troops! While the Fire Nation is in disarray, by royal decree, enter Yu Dao and arrest the Colonials!
Fire Lord are tanks!
You're not all tanks, are you? Soldiers of the Fire Nation, defend our people in the city of Yu Dao! Your Fire Lord commands you!
No! The Harmony Restoration movement was such a simple plan! Why couldn't you just follow it through? Snap out of it, Aang!
Don't you remember what we talked about? You have to be calm to make sure that your decision is right.
But all these people, they're gonna kill each other!
Let me worry about them. Aang, I never finished explaining to you. On your first visit to Yu Dao, when I saw Corey's family, I also saw our future. If the nations have to be separate, what will that mean for us? I know it's selfish of me to think like this. There's so much more at stake than just us.
Katara!
Go find a quiet place, Aang, and figure this out. Then whatever decision you make, I'll trust that it's the right one. I'll support you. Even if it means you have to fulfill your promise. And even if it means we have to be apart. Go!
I had a dream about you last night.
Fulfill your promise and restore the world to harmony.
That's what you said in my dream. Goku, lately I realized how much I love being an air nomad, and I'm the last one. If I turn my back on my people's philosophy, won't it just disappear? And besides, my people's philosophy isn't all I love.
The Avatar must hold the world above his own nation, his own friends, even his own family. I cannot put into words how much it pains me to advocate for the end of my own grandson.
What are you saying?
Ursa, Zuko's mother, is my granddaughter.
Then, Zuko, Roku, how could you possibly?
Because you are the Avatar. To succeed where I failed, you must hold the world above all else. Empty yourself, Aang, and contemplate the world. Then you will understand. Contemplate the world.
Let me see if I got this. The protesters in the Earth Kingdom army want the Colonials to go, the Fire Nation army wants the Colonials to stay, and the Yu Dao resistance just wants their city to be left alone.
Yes!
So where's Aang flying off to then?
He needs a place to be calm, to figure things out.
What is there to figure out? If he wants harmony...
Look, I trust him. And after all we've been through, you ought to too. So for now, we need to keep all the people down there from killing each other. We need to split up. Toph and Suki, you disarm as many Fire Nation troops as you can. I'll work on the Earth Kingdom soldiers.
I'll take care of the protesters. But how am I supposed to get down there?
Here you go, Sokka!
Oh, not another one!
You didn't just betray us, Sneers. You betrayed your nation.
Smellerby, if you'd actually listened to me for 2 seconds, you...
Ah! Watch out! Halt, combatants! Let your leaves depart from you like a breaking wind.
What?
I don't know. I got it from a bunch of non-bending bald girls. So what's going on here? I thought you guys were friends.
We were, until Sneers decided to date an ashmaker.
Whoa! You're his girlfriend?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You are going out with you?
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Didn't know you had it in you, big guy.
Jeez, has Zuko actually added troops to his army since the war ended?
You alright?
Give me a second to catch my breath.
I don't think we've got a second.
Lily Livers, what are you doing here?
No castaway am I from the hearth of my city. Black tears dribble from mine eyes at the sight of the fearful trailblazing towards our gates! What the Dark One is trying to say, Sifu Toph, is that Yu Dao is our home! We want to help you keep the dome out!
I wanted to show you my spinny helmet trick up close!
I gotta say, Penga, it's way more impressive up close. Look alive, Lily Livers. Time to spin some more helmets.
Earth King Kue?
I wanted to prove to my troops that I'm finally man enough to lead them onto the battlefield. Or at least, co-lead them with General Hao. But now... Oh, I wish Bosco were here. Who knew Yu Dao would be like this?
You've never visited Yu Dao?
Up until a year ago, I'd never even visited my own city's outer ring.
Then to you, Yu Dao has always been just a Fire Nation marker on Earth Kingdom map. Let's get off this balloon, Your Majesty. You ought to meet the people who had to live with your decisions.
But it's not safe down there.
No, it's not.
By royal decree, surrender, rebels! This city is once again under the Earth King's protection. Surrender peacefully, and you shall be treated with mercy.
Never!
Soldiers, arrest them!
General Hao, withdraw your troops immediately!
With all due respect, Fire Lord Zuko, you stand on Earth Kingdom soil! Here, your words have no authority!
Aang, I know how this looks, but I swear to you, in my heart... none of that matters, does it? I'm doing exactly what my father would have done.
Fire Lord!
Aang! I don't...
Let's go! Earth King Kuei, look at who you're fighting! Fire Nation, yes, but also Earth Kingdom, Water Tribe, and now Air Nomad. This is who stands against your army.
And against the Fire Nation army, too.
It took me a while, but I finally understand. You're not just fighting a colony. You're fighting a whole new kind of world.
Don't listen to that Ashmaker propaganda, Earth King Kuei. Harmony now!
Fire Nation out! Harmony now! Fire Nation out! Harmony now!
Quiet! Quiet! I need to see what I just need to see.
Zuko?
All along, my decision was right.
Zuko! I'm not like you, Roku.
Aang, you are me.
Yes, but to ask me to end your own great-grandson...
For the sake of the world.
When you told me to contemplate the world, what did you expect me to picture in my mind? A map? Some floaty cosmic energy? You know what I actually did see? Katara. I saw the Koshi warriors, the White Lotus Society, the monks who raised me, and I saw Zuko. I don't know how to contemplate the world without first thinking of the people I care about, including Zuko.
By refusing to take decisive action, you continue to put the world at risk.
It's a new kind of world. There's no getting around risk. Avatar Roku, you've taught me so much. I could not become the Avatar I am today without your wisdom. But everything's so different now. It's not like when you were alive. I have to figure this out on my own.
Aang!
Goodbye.
Aang!
Guess who just woke up?
About time. How's he doing?
Why don't you come in and see for yourself? Thank you for bringing him to me, Avatar.
I feel like I've been asleep for a week.
The Earth Kings agreed to talk. When you're ready, we'll meet him in Yu Dao. A small group of the city's residents are going to join us too. Whatever happens, though, Yu Dao can stay a Fire Nation colony.
It can't go back to being a Earth Kingdom city either.
I know. It has to be something new.
But what?
That's why we need to meet.
On the way to Yu Dao, I had a dream. You and I faced off against each other on a mountaintop. Wind and rain and lightning raged all around us. Behind me was Ozai, and behind you,
Roku. And below us, the Earth Kingdom and Fire Nation armies battled each other. I think I had the same dream.
in yours, did you and me?
Yes.
You know what I felt just as you did that? Right before I woke up?
Zuko,
Relief. I was wrong to ask you for that promise, Aang. I've struggled for so long to do what's right, to even know what's right. Then, when the war ended, I thought the struggle had finally ended too. I thought I'd won for good. A visit to Ozai in prison changed that. I realized the struggle was actually just beginning. I didn't think I could handle it, so I asked you for your help. But asking you to end me if I went bad, that was like asking you to figure out right and wrong for me. I didn't just want you as my safety net. I wanted you as my escape hatch. I can't put that on you. I understand now the struggle isn't something a Fire Lord can escape. I'm sorry, Aang.
You don't give yourself enough credit, Zuko. Deep down, you're always know what's right. I mean, you were right about Yu Dao.
Yeah, I guess I was.
So, when you fell into that chasm I created, did you feel relief then too?
No. As soon as my foot slipped, I knew somehow that you wouldn't let me die.
Because I'm a flawed avatar. Roku told me you're his great-grandson. Since Roku's my past life, in a way you're my family, Zuko. And no matter how hard I tried, I've never been able to detach myself from those sort of bonds. It's a flaw, I know, but it's one I've decided to accept. For this life, at least.
You're not the one who's flawed, Aang. Why can't the struggle get easier for me? Even just a little. Sometimes I wonder how long I'll last. You know, in that dream, a woman stood with us on that mountaintop, watching from the shadows. I think she was my mother.
Sometimes dreams are the way a person's spirit reveals the answer to his own problems. But then again, sometimes they are just the result of eating spicy foods before going to bed.
Maybe finding my mother would connect me to a part of my heritage that isn't so murky and confusing.
You mean Roku's bloodline? I don't know.
Maybe then I'd finally find peace. I never told either of you this, but right after I became Fire Lord, I sent out a search party after search party looking for her. I even hired June and her Shirshu. They all came back empty-handed. What can I do now that I haven't already tried?
It's a new world, Zuko. You need to take some new risks. We all do.
Speaking of risks, why don't you two try this brand new beverage I invented? First, I cook balls of tapioca until they're soft and tender. Then I put them in tea where they sit like little pearl-sized snacks at the bottom of each cup. Add a little milk. Ta-da! A revolution in tea is born.
What is that? Trying to sneak into my mouth?
I've never had a tea that's quite so chewy.
I am a man ahead of my time.
I have to admit, I'm a little nervous about this. I love my people's culture and I don't want to see it corrupted. At the same time, it can't just belong to history. Air Nomad culture has to belong to the future too. According to my friends, many of you led the way to peace on the battlefield, putting your lives at risk for the sake of others. I'm deeply impressed. You already have the hearts of Air Nomads, so I've decided to teach you the ways of Air Nomads. But it can't just be a fan club anymore. From now on, you'll be known as the Air Acolytes.
I know this is risky, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I feel disconnected from the good in my own family and in my own nation for a whole host of reasons. I believe finding my mother would help me reconnect. I've had conversation after conversation with Ozai, and it's gone nowhere. he refuses to reveal what happened to her. So, I've come to an uncomfortable conclusion. You are the only person in the world who can coax that information I need out of Ozai. Tell me then, what do you want in return for helping me find Mother?
Don't be silly, Zuzu. The satisfaction of serving the Fire Lord in some small way will be compensation enough. Besides, not a day has gone by since you put me in here that I haven't wondered.
I love you, Azula. I always have. And I always will.
What exactly happened to our dear mother?
Hi, I'm Frobody or Maria, and I voice Toph.
Hi, my name is Tone Klein, and I voice Robin in Teen Titan Comics, and Zuko in the new Avatar comics, and also some extras, probably for like if Robin was in Justice League comics, I'll probably voice him, and also I was voiced a extra in Samurai Champloo.
I got into voice acting a couple years ago because I did theater, and then I started to get kind of afraid to do theater. So then I found out that voice acting was a thing, and I could do it online, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. Since then I got back into theater too, so that's great. So it really helped me build my confidence and stuff.
So how I got into voice acting was basically I watched a lot of cartoons back every Sunday morning by like Fox and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, and just I was watching tons and tons of cartoons, even like some animes back then too, and that's how I basically got into voice acting. I just wanted to be the voice for certain characters, and I always mimic them, and it was a lot of fun to give like the characters a personality and stuff and everything. I thought that would be a really fun thing to do, to be a character in a cartoon.
For tips, I would say don't let anything like bring you down, because there's times where you don't get a part you want, or you're on a project and then they decide to go a different direction and they recast you, and like that hurt for a while, but you have to like get past that and be like, wow, this is something I really want to do, and have fun with it, and don't be negative, you know, just positivity. I think that's important.
For people who want to start out voice acting, I guess one good tip is probably getting a condenser microphone. Basically just have a microphone and then get to know like certain programs, like, you know, starting out like Audacity or what's the other one? There's another one, I forgot. Adobe Audition, I think, yeah. And then once you get there, your friends are the EQ and compressors and normalizers and other stuff, and you can have fun with those knobs, so you can, like, you know, get a really awesome, crisp voice acting. And then the third one is just to have a lot of fun with the character that you're voicing. Yeah, and just try to be that character, I guess.
My favorite character, well, I really don't have like a favorite character I voice, but like a voice type. I love voicing like tsunderes because of like how you can be mad and irritated, but then they always have like a softer, cuter side, and I just love it. I think it's really fun.
Who is my favorite Titan? I would say Raven is my favorite Titan, because out of all the other Titans, she's probably the most out of place Titan in the whole bunch, because everyone is like, you know, just everywhere and loud, and she's just there, which is awesome. I am basically just auditioning for a lot of roles, but I haven't really been doing a lot of voice acting of late. I've been a complete bum, and I should probably do more voice acting. And that's basically it. So I guess this is a pretty short and sweet and simple introduction and stuff. So yeah. Oh, well, that wraps it up, I guess.